Okay, good afternoon. It's 3:37 Eastern Time on Monday, September 26th, and I wanted to do a little bit of an addendum, or I guess end of the session, follow up, talking about Story 5, which has played out, which is where we left it with the last little video about 1:30, a couple hours ago. And the plan was to look for longs at pre-identified inflection points below. Now, I had pulled up the layout that I usually do to make my pre-market videos, and I didn't have, this wasn't my actual trading layout, which this one is, and I didn't have these marked on the chart. And I want to go over them because I thought they were further down actually, but that's not going to be the point of the video. But look for longs at pre-identified inflection points below. So I talked about trading against the inflection points with resting orders, or letting them trade through, and then when the market comes back on a reversion, get in on those. Now, I didn't trade these. I wish I would have. The market had already, while I was making the video, made the low outside of Friday's low, and made the new low, and reversed and back into range. And I was in favor of being long from there versus coming back out, but I was done for the day. And that is one of the points I want to make of this video, is that I was doing all my trading like in the first, the first half hour, but really I did quite a bit in the first 15 minutes, which is just absolutely flew right in the face of my own admonitions, right? So the conditions were market internals, tempo, value, etc. do not support sustained trade below prior low day. Now, I would say earlier the market was negative in the market internals, but moderately, so it's still kind of, it was like 4.25 then to 1. Now it's 3.75 to 1. The moving average is still below, but we've had quite a move up that really could have made anybody's day, including mine. And had I not blown it this morning and just been patient, because I actually had lunch and then I popped in. I'm like, well, because nothing makes you feel better than to take a trade that's a winner. But once you've gone past your limit, you don't want to dig a deeper hole. I had to test myself, so I took some shots, and man, I had a great half an hour just a little bit ago. The trades were just popping out at me, and it was so easy. In fact, I could have just left this morning and gone, and I did go out and do some errands and come back and made lunch and then sat down and taken these trades and had a fantastic start to the week. But instead, I don't know if it's just really anxious to make some progress to start off the bat. I don't know. I got ahead of myself, and it really cost me. But anyway, I want to talk about these pre-identified inflection points. So here they are. I was really surprised to see, and I drew these last week. Okay, I was very surprised to see that they were this close. I thought they were further down, but let me show you where they came from, and I'm going to explain what they mean. So here you have the overnight low from, now I had this marked last week, and I don't know why it didn't save right. This was back from 416, I think. I just marked it. I put that in there. It's not the overnight low, which is for today, which is above here. But I just wanted to know that was there because it was in the middle of these possible stopping points. And now the green shaded area behind is just a zone of 2 pivots. Okay, that's all that is. But this right here is actually gray. It looks like a lighter green on top of it. I'm going to take you back and show you what that is. And you have the prior low a day, and 4W means it was 4 wide there. Okay, and then this was the F low of the 17th, and it was 3 wide there. And then there may even be some more to go. I don't know why I didn't mark the lows on here. But either way, you can see. So I'm going to scroll back now to 617, and we will take a closer inspection of where that came from. And, for somebody, maybe because there are plenty of days where my day got screwed up because I failed to look back and see what the deal was. All right, so here's where these came from, right here. Yeah, so I didn't have the low on here, which I probably I should put that on there. So I want to mark these little spots here because they may be places to exit a short, or possibly, depending on what else is going on, maybe those are places to get long, or in this case, a back end. So I'll just put that there for later. All right, so you can see that we have this overnight. Well, shoot, I don't know where that came from now. Oh no, right here. This was 617's overnight low. That's where that was. You ever have a line on your chart you don't know where in the heck it came from? Well, anyway, this was the overnight low for 619. So I'm just gonna write that in there. Okay, that's just so I realize it's not the one that I use on the daily basis. So here it is, 4 wide. Okay, I'm gonna collapse this profile and you'll see it's 4 wide right there. It's 3 wide right there. I don't remember why I drew the blue zone. I don't remember why I drew that. You know, it worked. Maybe I just drew it to just capture this little area. I know why. See the low volume right here. I drew it to catch this low volume because that adds, all these little things add that this might be a turnaround spot, right? Well, what do you know? 3 months later, for whatever reason, market memory, come down here, turnaround spot. Now, this would have been, the floor trader aspect would have been like, okay, you could have had a resting order anywhere on any one of these lines and actually wouldn't have taken very much heat. It would have been great. But that's not always the case, especially the way the market's been. So you just get smashed, you know, and it just goes way through. You can easily get stopped out for a pretty decent amount, and then it comes right back at you, where, you know, and says, see you later, alligator. But anyway, the idea of the floor trader would be of like, if it came down through these and then it came back in, I would have used the prior low a day. Okay, this would be a back end trade, and anywhere in here would have been a great place to risk the low. And you know that, I mean, it could come down, stab, and just work its way down a little bit, and you still be right, and it doesn't make any more progress. But in that case, you still believe in the trade, you take the shot more than once. But anyway, look at what would have happened here had you, I just messed something up here. Oh, okay. Had you or I, and now I was ticked myself out of the game. Had I followed my plan, right? Had I had confidence that, well, if I don't like what I see in the balancing stuff in the morning, which was choppy, risky, all that stuff, wait until something like this plays out. So here we go. The number one is, it fits with opening range and value remain in balance. I mean, we're still in balance, right? We're still in balance. So this would have fit with that idea, overall idea, and but also that story where we get long against those inflection points and find our entry, and H was that entry, and we could have stayed in, even reloaded, and taken it all the way up to the value area low. How about that? Beautiful. So that is from 86. I mean, it went a little higher, obviously, but that would have been a great place to exit, or even the overnight value area low. But let's see what a big chunk of this would be. 86 from, let's even just use this area at 61 just to make the math easier. So that's 25 points. So do the math, 25 times, you know, what the value of each point in the ES is. And if that's something on a one lot, think about what kind of day that would mean for you or for me. You know, had I just waited till it set up, until it looked beautiful and popped out at me. Well, I wasn't here for it. Well, I was here for it. I was making a video, and then it came back in, and but I was, you know, I was done at this point. My confidence was shattered, and I really just was. I didn't want to lose anymore, and I could have made it all back and then some, quite a bit, and you know, healed the day. But you know what? I shot myself in the foot this morning. So, clumsy cowboy. All right, make a great day. Hope you got something out of the video. Thank you.